Welcome back to a brand new episode of NBA 2K TV.
Over the past few weeks, we've been catching up with the community, including NBA players.
And last week,
what a wonder. The players love it. Thank you, David. Almost halfway through the season, let's check out the standings out west. Look at Portland. The starters for the Portland Trailblazers. They've got Al-Farouq Aminu. He's out there with Jimmy Butler. Bismack Biyombo is out there with McCollum, and it's Graham in at the point. And for the Heat, Carter is out there with Fred VanVleet. Then it's Bagley, and it's Nikola Jokic, and it's Morris in at the 3. Bangs home the trifecta. We're just halfway through the season, Brent. Talk about the value of leadership and keeping everyone focused night in and night out.
A lot of that will come from your coaching staff and the messaging, but I will tell you what, Kevin, playing with a star player that goes out there and does it night after night, watching James Harden, watching Russell Westbrook, watching Steph Curry, have the kind of unreal performances for the game 56, the game 68. You're just sitting there in amazement. You want to step up and say, you know what, I want to be there for you.
But to me, that may be the most important. Like every game they're there. Like every single game.
They are there. They're excited to be there. They're excited for you to be playing, and they raise the level of your attentiveness to being competitive on a nightly basis. And truly, those guys become inspirational to you.
Here's Morris, following the basket by C.J. McCollum. Here's Carter, and that one goes long.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Now here's McCollum, covered by VanVleet. Bagley with the block.
Bagley timing that one well and intimidating.
Here's Graham, coming off a solid outing against Philadelphia. Shoots over VanVleet, and it's Graham missing. Miami's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter.
Well, some ups and downs for Marvin Bagley in that rookie campaign with the Kings, but you could see the flashes of potential and the tremendous work ethic when he was out on that floor.
Here's Graham, following the score by Vince Carter. Unloads from 13, and it's Graham missing. For Miami, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. VanVleet kicks to Bagley. Over Aminu. Bagley with the bucket. And with Bagley, the mobility he showed for his size is really what impresses you.
And that blend of size and speed is why many feel like he could play across the entire front line. Wasn't in the Rookie of the Year race, but in a few years, he could be right there with the best of the best from that 2018 class.
And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for Miami. This, of course, the first opportunity to play Portland this season. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's VanVleet. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Lakers. 6 on the shot clock. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, and that's some physical defense against Morris, who attacks with one of his many moves. And we'll just see what he does here at the line.
And Morris drops them both.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Loads it up for Butler, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And Carter with the basket on the assist by Bagley. Carter's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
It's McCollum on the wing to halt the run, and it's sent back by Carter. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Butler.
And they've done a nice job controlling the defensive backboard to start this game.
The Heat leading by 9. 19 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Carter. Over Graham. And it's Carter missing. Butler deciding where to go with it. Jacks up a 3. Beat the clock. Count it! He caught it!
That's how you do it. Stay patient, wait for the opportunity, and boom.
That's exactly how you want.
You call me a leader, all-star, whatever you want to call me.
And that's what he worked for. And he works as hard as anyone, Greg, in the NBA.
And you see that competitiveness and desire in his play.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Heat?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for the Heat, Bagley is out there with Jokic. Then it's Fred VanVleet. Then there's Carter. And it's Morris in at the 3 spot. The Heat leading by 8. And only 6 feet tall in shoes. Fred VanVleet's not the biggest, but his toughness, his toughness, mentally and physically, is unquestioned.
And Kevin, growing up in Rockford, Illinois, gave him that perspective. Friends and family gone too soon. Basketball was the path to something better.
Passes it to Butler. The dish to McCollum. Shoots from the baseline, and he hits the jumper for 2. Butler's got 5.
Yeah, you can't give Butler any room off that screen. Once he has that, you know he's going to let it fly.
Morris with the ball. He has 5. The pass to VanVleet. And here's Bagley. Graham defending. Fades. Bagley, no good. Trailblazers trail by 8. Here's McCollum. Again, the Trailblazers score.
I feel like when CJ gets a couple of these to go, it accentuates his ability and confidence to score from the outside as well.
On the wing, Morris. From outside, off the mark.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Here's Aminu. That one's not going to go. Great D that time from Bagley. The Heat leading by 6. And here is VanVleet. A dependable source of points for his team, averages just under 24 points a game. That one goes. Count it. The defensive rules were different when you played, Brent. For example, the elimination of the hand check.
Hand checking was huge because great defensive guards like a Derek Harper or a Mookie Blaylock could get their forearm on you and basically move you around rather than you trying to get where you want to go. And the other thing, Kevin, that they did was they didn't allow you to have the time in the free throw line. You have a 2.9 before in the legal defense. It used to be a game really of 2 stars on one side of the floor operating, and the rest of the guys sort of shoveled off in the corner on the other side. All those things have changed with the way the league is going.
For the better.
Oh, I think so. Yes. Freedom of movement, fluidity of the athletes. It's definitely a better game in terms of the movement.
Here's Graham, covered by VanVleet. McCollum against Carter. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Just a smooth scorer is C.J. McCollum, and that combination of being confident and crafty keeps helping him pile up points in terms of his career statistics. Now he's at the line.
Portland shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe. Both good from the line that time. There's 47 seconds left now here in the second. VanVleet looking around. Carter, the pass to Morris. 6 to shoot. Here's Van Vliet. Again, the Heat good for 2.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Yeah, just really pouring it on right now, trying to take away the opposition's motivation to keep competing in this one.
There's 10 seconds left in the first half. Out left to the wing. Floats it up for Butler, and slam dunk by Butler.
And that ability to just rise up for the alley-oop. Butler is an animal of an athlete.
That'll do it for the first half. Heat.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. It was all about Miami as the game got going. Some major league offense and defense. And that's
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Nice game. Great performance by Marcus Morris.
There is no stopping him, and you can't even contain him at this point. He is that talented.
Yeah, I don't know if you have enough game plans to slow him down. How do you guard a guy that good?
Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. Al Farouk Amino is out there with Jimmy Butler. And there's Bismack Biyombo. Then there's McCollum. And it's Graham in at the point guard position. And again, it's Portland converting. Here's Van Vliet. Inside. Here's Bagley. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got his 3rd assist on the night. And so Graham will bring it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. Trailing here by 8. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Detroit, where they'll face the Pistons. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road. Butler kicks to Aminu. To the right side. Here's Graham. Covered by Van Vliet.
Well, that's the height and the reach of Bagley coming together nicely on the defensive end.
Here's Carter. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It goes on C.J. McCollum. Miami shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And he's good on the second. You know, Brent, how candid can players be in their answers in the post-game interviews about what has happened or what they're feeling at that time? In other words, is there a danger to being too honest as a player?
There could be, Kevin. I mean, anytime you express some of your vulnerabilities, and if it's done at the right time, somebody's going to take advantage of it. What we've seen over the past couple years is, forget about when it is that the media is asking you questions. Most players are taking it to their social media accounts where they're able to get the message out without being baited by somebody with regards to a question. They can expound on whatever it is that they're feeling at that time, and that helps them to control the messaging a little bit more. And I think that trend is going to continue to grow.
Here's Butler. And it's Jokic with the rebound.
So far, Kevin, the 3rd quarter has not started well. Just 1 of 4.
Morris passes to Bagley. 1:58 left in the 3rd quarter. And it's Miami with another.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
3-pointer, Butler. Portland again missing. Miami leading by 13. Van Vliet. It's good. Van Vliet's got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, some of these nights you got to enjoy yourself. Not too much at the expense of the other team, but right now this team is balling.
Here's Butler. He dishes it to Aminu. Jokic with the steal. Now Morris. 7 points in the game. Bagley the pass to Van Vliet. He kicks it to Morris. Clock at 6. Now here's Van Vliet. 8 points for him. Tries again. And Jokic lays it up and in. And the Heat lead by 17.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
And one issue for the Heat for years now, inefficient shooting.
Well, young players are learning how to defend, so you need to do that first. But if you can't go down on the offensive end and you can't find ways to dig out of holes by shooting the basketball, you get down 10 or 12 points. Defense sometimes isn't enough. They've been the bottom third in points scored for quite a while.
Here's McCollum. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Van Vliet kicks to Morris. We've got 22 seconds left in the third quarter. Hands it from downtown.
And a guy with more of a mid-range game, Morris can still jack it up from deep if you give him enough space and time.
And it's Butler with the jam.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with two hands on that stuff. Pass to Jokic. That shot missing. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Heat out front as they end the third quarter on a 14-4 run. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. They've got Nikola Jokic. Carter is out there with Fred Van Vliet. Then it's Bagley. And it's Morris in at the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Now here's McCollum. He's guarded closely. Outside Butler. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Graham. Nice spin off the left rim and in. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for Miami. They led by as many as 18 points. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Carter dishes to Morris. Over Butler. Morris, no good.
And that's how you want to see defense played. Got right up in his face to bother the shot.
That's going to make any scorer uncomfortable when you get that aggressive.
And Butler gets it to go.
And Butler loves getting close to the basket. Once he's down low, he uses that strength and quick release to get shots off.
Here's Van Vliet. That one doesn't go. And it's Portland the other way. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. He drains the quick shot.
The defender does a good job of contesting there, but McCollum's skill set and focus, they win out.
Van Vliet passes to Jokic. Here's Bagley. Carter left side. Back to Bagley. Pass to Van Vliet. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
And Bagley with a nice job of surveying there.
Left side, Butler. Passes it to Graham. Stolen by Van Vliet. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
Good job getting the ball and completing that play.
The defense producing easy looks. It just helps you conserve some energy for late in the game.
Here's Butler, and it's sent back by Jokic.
Deceptive reach from Jokic there, swatting that shot away, using those long arms.
Now here's Van Vliet. Graham defending. The pass to Bagley. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. 8 points from Marvin Bagley.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Heat.
What do you think was the deciding factor in this one?
I think you have to look at their field goal percentage. They just shot the ball much better than the opponent, and they were getting great looks all game long.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year. And watched them all night long. No one could really stop them. Just another excellent game it was for Jokic.
Just a force on the glass. Did a fantastic job crashing the boards and coming up with seemingly every rebound.
And Miami going with a whole new group out there. Pass to Maker. There's 39 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Payton against Rozier. No good from Payton. And here are the Heat. It's a 14-point game. Pass to Azania. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Out to the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Rozier with the ball. Passes it to Azania. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have